All right, so in these bowls, I have a 1/4 cup of water in each one. In this one, I'm going to put 1.5 teaspoons of citric acid. So, just gonna do that. This is the one I have. One. I'm gonna measure it. I'm gonna be exact with this. I'm not normally an exact kind of person, but we're gonna be exact. 1.5. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take this one, move it back here. All right, and in this one, again, it's a 1/4 cup of water, and I am going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of liquid animal rennet. Now, the recipe, I watched several videos, and the recipe I'm following specifically said liquid. I know they have tablets. I did have to order this, but I imagine it's gonna last a long time. So, a 1/4 teaspoon. Gonna mix it up with this. All right, that's the first step. All right, we're gonna move over to the stove now. All right, it says in a large pot. This is a 5-quart pot. I mean, there's 4 quarts in a gallon, and I have a gallon, so theoretically it should fit all in here. So it very specifically said, let's see if I can, this is not on, so this is what I got. It very, very specifically said not to use ultra pasteurized milk, which I feel like most milk in America is ultra pasteurized. So I went to Whole Foods and I found this low temp pasteurized grass-fed organic cream top whole milk. Just wasn't cheap, but if I math correctly, the amount of cheese I will get out of this would cost more than this gallon of milk. So I'm gonna dump this entire gallon of milk in here, and like I said, it does apparently, like I said, I've never made this before, it doesn't work if you use ultra pasteurized milk. So now I have to add the citric acid water mixture, and it says just stir that up for like 30 seconds. So I'm gonna use this spoon here. All right, now that this is stirred, I'm gonna turn on my burner to medium low and heat this up until it reaches 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which apparently takes about 5 minutes. I do have a thermometer that I'm going to put in here, so it should take about 5 minutes. All right, this has reached 90 degrees, and so I'm going to take it off the heat very carefully. All right, I know, here, let me see if I can zoom in. All right, let me add the animal rennet when it's off the heat. I'm gonna stir it up for 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, I'm going to put a lid on it and just let it sit for 5 minutes. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes to see if curd actually formed, to see if we messed up or we didn't mess up. Okay, Let's see if this actually worked. It did. Okay. It did work, so that's nice. Okay, so it says to make a grid pattern with your knife, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch strips. I'm going to move everything, including you, back to the stove. So let me do this very carefully. I'm gonna turn this back on to like medium low. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see. Now, I gotta read the directions. Well, it says low heat, so we'll turn it down to low. And we want to heat it to 105 degrees for about 5 minutes. Gently agitating this so it doesn't stick to the bottom. We're sitting at about 90. So I'm gonna do this for about 5 minutes, every once in a while, just gently agitating the cheese. Okay, so I have my windows open and the birds are very loud today. I have my cheesecloth, a fine mesh strainer over a bowl. That's the setup right now. Okay. All right, let's get back to this. There's so much curd in here. Like so much. I think I'm gonna need a second cheesecloth. Okay, I'll be back when I get all of this like scooped out into the cheesecloth. All right, now it says to stir in 3 teaspoons of salt into the whey. So we're gonna do that. Now I'm gonna remove 4 cups of this and put it into a medium bowl. Now I'm going to heat this to 175. Let's see what we have it at. It's currently at 110, so we have a bit. All right, this is hot enough, and I'm going to regret this because it says to use gloves, and I don't have like kitchen gloves that are heat proof, so I'm going to regret this for sure. But it says to put this in here. This is my curd. Put this in here for 10 seconds. And we're gonna stretch it. Okay. I'm gonna put this back in for another 10 seconds. And I'm gonna take it out and burn myself for sure. It's not too bad. And it says to repeat this process 2 to 3 more times after this. So probably 5 or 6 times total. And I'm gonna add, the next time I take it out, I'm gonna add about a half teaspoon of salt to this. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to this. Kind of fold it in. Basically, I'm just going to keep doing this until it gets smooth. Okay, this is the last. I did several, to be honest with you, stretches. And I do regret not having gloves because this is really hot. But I think this is the last one, and then I'm going to shape it into a ball. And then basically it says to dip this back in to seal it. So that's what I'm going to do. And then we're gonna place it over, you probably can't see, but we're gonna place it over here in this cooled way. And tonight for dinner, we're making pizza. So we will be using this fresh mozzarella. And we'll let you know how it tastes. I won't film the pizza making because there's so many videos I have of making pizza, but we will let you know if this is any good or not. So, probably see you all tonight after I go make pizzas and clean up this giant mess of cheese and whey. Okay, I did cut this cheese. And it is, ooh, it's really, really good. I think maybe I stretched it too much, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. But it tastes so good. Oh, it's quite blurry. And it's going to be really, really, really good on pizza. So I'm very excited for that. All right, so I would say that the cheese melted well. It does taste really good. This isn't like a pizza video, so you're just going to have to trust us. You're just going to have to trust us that the cheese is good. Calvin approved. John approved.
Yeah, it was really good.
The pizza approved. So next time I make a cheese is probably going to be this summer when the garden over there starts doing stuff and I make homemade pizza sauce with my tomatoes. It's probably the next time I'm going to make this cheese. So yeah, we're going to go enjoy our pizzas. Calvin already had pizza. So yeah, it's pizza night. Okay, bye.